Well, hey, please listen. Our Creator said his people perish for a lack of knowledge. Now, everyone on earth, all creatures are the Father's. He created all things, but whether you're obedient or disobedient is the question. However, I'd like to show you some proof, my friends, that the Revelation 12:9 and 2 Corinthians 4:4 religious organizations of the world today haven't a clue what the scriptures are actually saying, as we'll see here in Genesis chapter 1. Let's read the whole chapter, but here in verse 16 it shows, and the Father made two great lights. There's two great lights, my friends. The greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night, and he also made the stars. And a quick Google search will show you how does the moon glow. It shows the moon doesn't produce its own light. Instead, it glows because it reflects the sunlight. And then it even says the moon acts like a giant mirror, scattering sunlight and so much more BS. Now please understand, the victor is the one who writes his story. And Satan has won most all wars that were conducted on the earth, except for those that the Father was over, leading his children. Revelation 12:9 is very clear, but look at this with your own eyes and judge, my friends. Now please note in the daytime sky how the moon is barely illuminated by the brightness of the sun. I mean, what kind of a reflector is the moon, my friends? Now please understand, Satan is the victor over all nations of the world today. Messiah showed so in the scriptures. However, Messiah is the victor over all salvation. Satan cannot rewrite it, and that's why salvation has not been covered up in the scriptures, but has been covered up by those who believe Satan and his story. Now then, please do note here in Matthew chapter 22, we'll start with verse 35. It speaks about this lawyer asking a question to the Messiah, testing him and saying, "Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law?" Please note, he didn't say which is the great commandment in the 10 Commandments, but he's saying which is the great commandment in the give or take 613 laws. And Messiah said to him, "You shall love your Father with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind." You won't find that in the 10 Commandments, my friend. And he said this is the first and great commandment in the law. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. And if you do those things, my friend, on those two of the give or take 613 laws, if you keep them, then on these two commandments hang all the 613 laws and what the prophets have spoken. And so those who won't go outside and check the moon to see that it does not reflect the sun's rays, my friends, will believe that all the laws were done away with, even the commandments, because they may be choosing to perish for a lack of knowledge. My friends, prove all things. Study to show yourselves approved. Know that you're loved and prayed for always by